it turns out that there is some errata for the game, which I found online. I didn't see anything that I screwed up particularly on that, except for one thing in the rules introduction, which is that a player, where it says owner promotes you over another. That includes if it's just promoting you over that player. Which is not how I would take that card, and I can see a good reason. I would have just, in general, common sense prevails, you know. Somebody might try to read these rules and essentially use them in a rules lawyery type fashion. Honestly, this one, I feel like common sense prevailed to say over another player, not over yourself as well. But it turns out that that one actually is not quite the way it reads, which I can see an argument for that, but I wouldn't worry too much if somebody screwed that up. Kind of makes sense. So we're on the family step again, and honestly, I don't know how to play this game and give kind of a long view of it, kind of like the coin games. So much of it's procedural, so much of it is the every little action. I'll try to see if I can get into a flow where I can step away more, but it's going to be tough. Where does this guy want to go? Well, if they both had cubes, they could agree to exchange their cubes, which is usually a good idea. I don't know. I got some writers. There's no executive positions that I have to advance, which means this guy's going to be doing the advances, so I don't have to worry too much about that. There are plenty of officers, however, more of them could always be used. I've got some cash, which might mean ships are a good idea. Do I want to put more ships in play? I think with the cash that I have, that does not seem like a terrible idea. I suspect the company's not going to be making much money shortly. This guy, shipbuilder, shipyards cost him less. Well, there are a lot of ships out there ready to be built. There's 4 of them ready to be built. I could lower the price. I have no money. I can do nothing. With no money, putting an officer doesn't really make sense. I'm kind of afraid maybe I don't get promoted twice, so I'll still have a writer in play. Without much money, being a captain doesn't make much sense. I don't have money for shares. Really, I think my only option is to take officer positions. I may end up replacing my own positions, but we'll see. Over here, manners are cheap. Well, I don't want to spend cubes yet. So what are we doing? What do we control? We control sending things out to trade. If we keep that control, it might be useful. We would like to get this position because we've got a couple of cubes in there, and there's only room for 6, and there's 7 cubes going to be placed, which means somebody doesn't get in there. We think we're going to drop cubes in captain as well. He's happy, although he wishes he had some cash. This guy, oh, he's thrilled with all those ships showing up. And he has a pile of cash for every 2 ships with captains. That sounds good. I don't know or post-day regulation gain $1 from the bank for every firm. This is the one thing I had a question about, and I didn't see that in the errata. I should probably ask on that thread because Cole's been pretty good at following it. Okay. He likes running things, but he doesn't have anything to run. Whereas he's sitting, he's got a possibility of being promoted once. He's probably not going to get 2 promotions. I'm going to be buying ships this turn. I'm going to go into the officer pool as well. Sykes. You have at least 2 writers. Chances are I will. I certainly will if I put more writers in. I have a lot of money. Let us also throw into the shipping. Great. Onto the company. Fill vacancies following the blue ribbon. Okay, that starts up here. Chairman's fine. We're fine. There's no one here. We can put that there. I think that's the best place for it. That's fine. Trickle down, and we need a ship purchaser. And it's the director who gets to choose this. Orange. He currently has 3 things he could give back. Who do I care about for ship purchasing? Well, honestly, unless people are going to give me something good, I see no reason not to promote blue, because blue has no interest in the ships. And I get to get rid of that cube. That's one reason you might not want to cancel cubes. If you have an office where you get to assign things, you can get rid of cubes easily. Okay. The next one is the goods purchasing. Well, blue, green, and myself are in here, which means I could promote pink or purple. Pink kind of got hosed. Here's the problem. Green and orange. Green and orange are the people I'm interested in. So, why was I saying pink or purple? I don't remember. The 2 people I can't be helped by giving to. Dark orange has that. I don't really know. Green has that. Again, they're both kind of there. Who looks like they're in better shape? I don't know. Nobody's willing to take this, to give a promise for this, and it would be an additional promise. Who's the guy who gets helped by this? He's the one who wants writers. He's got 3 in here. I could actually screw him over and give him 2 of these positions. I don't really want to do that. I will give this one to orange, clearing that cube for myself. And then I'll give this one to green and clear that cube. And the reason I'm giving this one to green is because he doesn't have any of those. Although honestly, with the money, he can actually ensure that he makes that. But he's going to fill all the factories. All the cheap factories are going to get bought anyway, so it's no big deal. Right. Why didn't someone buy factories? Because nobody knew they were going to have those positions. All the positions getting wiped out was the problem. Okay. Oh, and they're really cheap. Okay, so that filled out all the locations. Now the offices act, and I probably need to swap batteries, although my recharge time isn't very good. Let's start this. Starting with ship purchasing. He does not have enough money. Not enough money. So these guys both have gone. He has money. So $3 for these 3 cannons. Oh boy, are we going to have an expensive situation. And I've got to spend the money. The company has allocated all this money to me. So $3 more, I'll buy another cannon. So I got 4 cannons and all these officers. I don't know that either is terribly willing to say, hey, I'll give you a favor for a share of this. The officers are going to have to all be allocated. So that's not really a problem. I can offer Orange all the officers. Hey, this is me. I want the cannons and I'm offering Orange his 2 officers and maybe a cannon. We'll think about that in exchange for a favor. Now Orange is going to get 3 chits anyway, so he can go conquer Bengal, and it's not necessarily a big deal. So he says no. So yeah, we take all our cannons. We're pretty sure we're going to go a militarying, and we don't really want to favor anyone terribly much, so we'll take 1 of each general. Huh, I thought there were 7. Turns out there's 6 here, so we don't actually have a problem. I was counting that green chit. And we'll give the Army of Bengal these. We don't have to assign anything to Madras. It no longer exists. It's gone for the game. All right. That puts us here to the navies. And at this point, the navies get to start offering ships. Now there's 2 cheap ships, 1 moderate price ship, and then they're expensive. Ships are a good thing. Hey, Blue, you have 2 of these. Do you want first pick? If you do, you give me a cube. Oh, shit. I screwed up. I have a blue, orange, and green cube. Those are my cubes. Nobody had my cube except purple. I am going to exchange purple with orange here. Just because it does the least to the game. I also have to hand out money. $3. Sometimes it's hard to do things solo and remember what you're doing, especially when you're up stupidly early in the morning. First time I've seen dawn in a while. I get a nap today. That's what we know. All right. So, Blue, do you want to give me another cube? And the answer is probably yes. Blue's not willing to make that offer. This is the only way Blue is going to get two ships. Yep, they're just not willing to make that offer. I don't know why. Or maybe Orange isn't willing to offer them 2 ships. Green and Orange. Do either of them want to make the offer? They are both willing to make an offer. So I am going to sell the 2 cheap ships to them. Well, Orange will take this one for $4. And he and green each get $1 for that. Green will take the other cheap one. Doesn't have to take this one for $4. One of which goes to pale orange. Blue now is being offered ships. It would cost him 11 to get both of them. He'll spend 5. I'm sorry. That $1 did not go to pale orange, but it does now. But instead, $2 go to pink, and that's not pink, this is pink. Hey, he finally got his money, and we'll shift this. The final officer, or final captain, does not get allocated, so he goes away. Now I get to send these ships somewhere. Well, I have 3. I definitely want 2 of these. Which 2, I don't really care. What about him? Should I send him anything? He could have 4. 4 would allow him to get $2. Should I do that? You know, I think the company's in a little trouble. So I may just send him 1. Yeah, I'm going to send him 1 gratis. And I'll send him his own captain. And take these 2. Because we feel like the company may be struggling. Do we care? That's an interesting question. We're kind of low on victory points. We don't necessarily want to lose this. And it's just not clear, you know. So that's fine. So now, we're on him. Green. Green gets to launch an attack. Sounds like a good idea. I do not have to spend for an attack. I do have to worry about other things. The only place I'm allowed to attack here is Bombay. I could lose Bombay if I send everything there. It only has a defense of 1. So I look, my color's not here. Ooh, police action can't be done in the turn of conquest. A rebellion on the turn of conquest always succeeds. That's something that was in the errata. I gotta change back. Because only the governor can actually do that. So I'm going to spend 7 dice. -1 gets me 6 dice. There's no reason to keep troops for a police action. So that guy was hosed by attacking before he had opened up another market. We, of course, have a success. Of course. Yeah, it's not that simple. I rolled 10 dice and didn't succeed. And that makes the governor of Bombay come out. And the governorship of Bombay is able to hit Punjab, Mysore, and Sindh. You got to keep a count here. There's 4 there. If that goes to 7 at the end of turn 3 and onward, the game falls apart. Okay. With the governor of Bombay assigned now, I'm able to open new markets. I definitely don't want to do that. And I'm allowed to send shipping out, which I will do. I'm going to spend all $3. That only gets me 2 dice. Not exactly optimal. This is green. This is not trade. He failed, and he's canned. He's immediately removed from office. He will not get a chance to do anything. These are all exhausted, and that did not go well for him. But the ships aren't lost, so the company's not completely up shit's creek. It may need a loan. Now, the chairman could have taken a loan and allocated some more cash to improve chances. He didn't. He could do it right now and just give some cash to this guy to make sure the company's in okay shape. But he's not that worried. He loses a cube, which is what basically everybody else loses. Screw it. Okay. How are my victory points? I got 2 manners. Okay. So now we go over here, and I could campaign. I have 3 soldiers. The best defense, the weakest defense, or the defense that I'd be facing, because I can only hit Bengal, is a 2. That would give me 1 die. Everything's prosperous. I'm not really sure it makes sense, especially since I would probably want to spend money. So I'm going to spend my $3 for trade, and that gets me 2 dice. And that's orange. Make sure he doesn't have a special ability here. At the start of trade. Okay, that's when players take money. Hey, we fail 2, but we got a 4, so we're not canned. Okay, so the company's making nothing this turn. Not a good start. Okay. That's all I do. And now taxes. This has a tax value of 1, assuming we get to keep it. May not, but we'll have Hyderabad open unless something horrible happens. But okay, presidential bonuses. Nobody made money. Nobody made any shipments, so there's nothing there. Interlopers. Oh boy, there's a lot. Blue, green, and orange each get $1 for their shipping. Blue, green, which orange? Dark orange. Yeah. I wish, I don't know what. I wish one of those oranges was not orange. I don't know what it could be. It could be white, you know. But that can be hard to see too. Okay. Prize and family power. Okay. So now we look for these. At the start of trade, every 2 ships with captains. That gives him $1. Because there are 3 ships with captains. At least 2 riders, he gets $1. It's not for every 2 riders. What is that called? Enterprising. Okay. I don't like that power just because early on it doesn't help you build up. Okay. The company pays the bank for debt service. None. Military upkeep. I've got 4 cannons I got to pay. So I owe -4. I take $5 out, and that gives the company $1. It's not real money. It's money that has to be distributed. It can't be given out for dividends. Military upkeep. Country trade. Country trade is ships. I owe $3 for ships. Okay, we take another cube, and that gives us 2 more bucks. All right. Angry shareholders. Well, the shareholders aren't angry. We cannot pay dividends. So this is going to drop. Doesn't affect the shareholders. I got $3 I've got to assign as chairman. Where does that go? Jeez, I don't know. I've got the goods purchaser. That seems like a good place. It would be nice to give the companies money so that they could go trading, though. Because otherwise, we ain't going to make any money at all. And in fact, these will take a $3 pip to make any cash. Okay, do I want the company to fail as the purple player? Well, I have points. This I don't have. I have a negative as chairman. Honestly, I think I don't care about the company right now. I'm going to give all the money to my goods purchaser. We could take out a loan, or the next chairman could take out a loan to make sure that the company can make money. To give $5 and give a couple bucks to each of these so that they have a chance, at least. All right, so that has been done, and we draw a new event. Okay. While this is up, we're going to have this war shortages. The prices go up a little. We're going to have 3 events in India. So we were on the 8. We find 1. It's chaos. We roll a 6. They're going to attack Sindh. I have a strength of 3, attacking a defense of 2. Punjab starts to build up an empire. Got to look this up because that moves the elephant, I believe. This is one of the places, there aren't many, where you just, I feel like I have to constantly look things up. So a conquest, the elephant will move to the next lowest, will move to the lowest numbered sovereign region, not including this region. 1, that moves it to 2. That would have been where we are anyway. And this will be the second elephant move. We're in chaos. We roll a 2. That's not bad. Oh, we're attacking Punjab. Well, we are attacking Punjab with a 5. Punjab has a 4. Sindh is released. We take Punjab. Interesting. And now we go to the next lowest sovereign area. That'll be the 3. This is sovereign. It is part of that trade area, but it's not conquered. So we roll 2 dice and see what happens. We roll a 5. It flips. That's not good. That would increase the chaos. And this stays there because we did our 3 events. This guy could have done something. I don't know. Not clear. Not clear whether I would have wanted to. Pink. Did he care? Probably not. Okay. Oh, this would have to be before the evening post. Yeah. It's just not clear that these are that's a value, or that I'll ever remember to use it. So, I mean, it certainly has some potential value. Where do we go next? These should be reverted. Attrition. Oh, we're going to have lots of offices to fill. Okay, first the chairman. Chairman's fine. We have 1 major job. He is gone. Okay, that's the orange player. He has some $9 available. He's an E. He's going to buy this. Thought I grabbed the right money for $4. Oh, should have been this guy who goes there. And you can see he got a couple victory points off of it. That's great. Not as good a deal as the Manor. No, better deal than the Manor. Okay. Now we slip down. I forgot the Director of Trade. I forgot to roll for him. He gets to stay in position anyway. It should have been the other way around. I'm not gonna worry about it. So we go around. We boop 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 boop. Okay. And these guys all stay in position. We look at the local news. There's war shortages. All ships are going to cost an additional £2. That makes all these captains a little bit iffier, but there's no way you knew about this ahead of time. And then we do the refresh, at which point our shipping, these were used as well, but all of this was used. Actually, yeah, he died on the shipping, I guess. And that looks like it's the end of the second turn. Yippee-ki-yay. Just trying to remember. Long chairmanship here. These turns are 15 years each, supposedly. Yeah, there's some fuzz to anything like that, but with 15 turns, he's been in office as chairman for 45 years. Now, he may have been a young man, but you could stay in office for a long, long time in this game. All right, I think it's time for me to break, perhaps for the day. We'll see. These turns take a while because I have to video them all the way through, so I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do any more today. Now, alarm went off. I ate my breakfast, and honestly, I'm in the position I'm normally in mornings. Yeah, I check my work email, but I kind of cheat and start work too early, and like to get a little bit of gaming in before I'm actually on the clock. Yeah. Anyway, I'm always working too much these days, and I don't know why. But I have taken to eating lunches, and I guess I just feel like I'm working more than I should be. Okay, let's stop babbling and go to the family step here. And we still got the same chairman. What the hell does he want to do? He's got some cash. The game could be over fairly soon. That's kind of his worry. He thinks the company's going all to hell. I'm considering buying a manor for $5, just for that sake. But otherwise, there's some money in goods purchasing, but goods are $2 each. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy factories. Let me think about this. If I grab $5, I'm almost certainly going to grab a loan. I can put another $1 in here, so I can buy 2. So yeah, I'm going to buy 2 factories. So that's $6. Put 4 in here. Oh, I forgot to refill these things. Let me do that. $6 that I just spent, I'm going to get 4 of it back off of these. And then I'm going to, I guess, give some money to allow the company to keep continuing, because I'm not quite ready to trash it. If I bought one of these, that would be the move for that. But trashing it's kind of hard. It's still high in stock value. I'd have to ditch it down and hit it twice. This guy can buy shipyards. Yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of ships available. All right. I buy shipyards for only $2 each. I'll buy one and I'll put it in here. And that will almost assuredly get me $3 as I increase my value. These guys, manors cost 4. Oh, maybe it's time. What's he up to? He's got a lot of favors. Maybe too many. I'm wondering. Yeah, no, he was given favors. Yeah. It's this position. It's not a weak position at all. But it's an executive, which means he can't get one of these the presidencies out of it. What does he want? Does he want to just buy a manor, or is there something else that would be interesting? Ships cost an extra £2, so they're not that cheap. No, you still only get $1 per cube for ships, so unlike these where the price going up actually gives the factory owner more money. I am very, very tempted to throwing my money into the manor. But I need money for my captaincy. So I'm going to throw 2 people into officers. Well, I don't have any writers. And it's possible I'll be promoting. And I'm going to throw people into officer. Because there's a bunch of people coming in. It's hard to tell. Officer doesn't necessarily make money, but then again, neither does writer. Okay. The Paxtons. Ships with captains. Well, there's a whole bunch coming. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think so. But 2 of them are mine. And I actually don't have enough money to buy any ships. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, maybe all these ships aren't going to get bought with that war shortage, if I remember it. I don't feel like I have a lot of cash on hand. I am going to drop cubes in the officer pool. I'm not really seeing a lot of money being made anymore. He would like a presidency. He would really like a presidency, and he's actually got the potential of getting one. Beyond that, nothing really looks terribly appealing. I too will join the officer school. And this guy wants writers. He's worried his writers will get shifted out of there. That's possible. Although that would mean that it's dangerous to have all your writers in here. You may not want to put 2 writers in because that's a way to run out of cubes. I don't think they can just get removed from there. On the other hand, other jobs. We have money for ships. We will keep investing in shipping, I think, in the hopes of helping the company continue on. So that's shifted us around through the family. We're on the company turn, and what do we go to? Vacancies have to be filled. The chairman is the first person to fill vacancies. That's purple. He doesn't owe anybody any cubes. But if he moves himself up green and blue, would each be owed a cube. That might be worthwhile. We're still fairly early in the game. Given that I'm going for the cash, I am going to push myself up and give both green and blue a promise due to the nepotism. That fills all the main offices. Now we go here. Hey, I'm in charge here. Now, I could promote myself again. That would give up a lot of cubes. But right now, blue and green have my cubes. I can put one of them into the governorship of Bombay. The governor of Bombay is kind of powerful. He can take this mighty army and use it for something. Either one of you willing to offer me a cube in addition to losing that one? Interesting question. Yes, they both are. It's probably not worth 2 cubes. So now I think about, well, what's our kind of victory condition? Blue has 2. I think blue's doing better than green. So I am going to take green's cube. And I am going to promote a green guy up to be the governor of Bombay. And then the purple cube comes back. It's kind of cute how that works. Okay. And that's this guy operating. That's why he was kind of important. Woo, we have another office open. Well, I could get my blue cube by promoting the ship's purchaser. But I could also, yeah, these came from the writer up there. I could also promote, actually, I think both of these had to be done. Okay. So, since I gave green that position, I will offer blue the right to pay for a cube to get the other presidency. Blue's less interested in that. Green, are you willing to give me another cube? You're the only other person able to. No, neither one wants to pay me for that. So I will favor blue because I get my cube back in case the game ends quickly. Okay. Now we go here and actually handle this. But this is interesting because there's a military, although I don't know how terribly interesting that military is. So, because there aren't any green soldiers there, and none are going to get assigned. So, whatever. Now, what is our next? Next, we go to fill positions down here. And that's from the Director of Trade, the ship purchasing. Director of Trade is orange, pale orange. Nobody has his cube. He has piles of cubes, though, because of this job. And I could promote just about anyone. Now, ships purchasing isn't going to get to do anything this turn. Blue went after the goods purchasing, or purple went after it. And now he's been taken out of it. He should have foreseen that. I'm not that clever when I'm running so many people. But it's just pointing out. Now, I could easily make that mistake in an opposed game as well. So, ships purchasing. Who do I want to give that to? Well, it's not really that important. So I'm going to open it up for bidding. Does anybody want that? The government doesn't have the money for it. I don't have the choice to put money there. It's really kind of a lame position. I want to keep my position powerful and give options to myself. So I could give this to pink. I could give it to purple. But purple may be very interested in the goods purchasing position because of this. And in fact, they are. They're willing to give a cube if they get the goods purchasing. Nobody else is all that interested in the goods purchasing. Purple's the only one who can make it potent by adding money to it. Orange, green, and blue. Orange is willing to offer a cube, the dark orange is willing to offer a cube as well to get the goods purchasing. I think I am going to promote pink into the ships purchasing position, just to get it cleared out of the way. And now we talk to orange and purple. Is purple willing to give more than a cube? Uh-oh. Switch. Purple is unwilling to, so orange will give a cube to get promoted into the good spot. Orange doesn't care about the good spot. The use of 2 oranges is causing me a problem here because I say orange. Okay, am I willing to give cubes to all these people? Well, I don't have a cube there, so I can't promote. Okay, who was interested? Purple is interested for 1. I think they're going to give it and take it because there's no way dark orange was willing to do this. It was blue and green who might have. And dark orange is here, but pale orange is there. And I say orange, and I can only remember one thing. You know, there's 2 things called orange, basically. I wish I had different words for them. Alrighty. Enough grousing about that, right? Okay. Now, the offices act. Well, purple is going to give out some money. What are they going to give it to? They don't have much. They're going to give, they're going to take a loan. That gives them $5. $1 goes here. I'm going to put 2 in each presidency because I'm not going to get any military action for myself, so I don't have to give money there. But with that huge army, the money is barely important. Okay. Ship purchasing can't do anything. Goods purchasing, I got $4. I'm going to buy goods from me. Let's go over to the trader. Military affairs. He's got $2. This is green. He'll buy goods from himself. Or cannons. And I get to assign things. Well, I must assign these officers. I don't really care where they go. Who do I want to beat up on? Well, let's take a look at who's doing well. Pink, pale orange, and dark orange are my choices. Pink and dark orange are there. I feel like pale orange has all these promises. It's not worth anything directly, but it could accumulate to something important. So, who is this doing this? Green is doing this. Green says, give me a cube back, and I won't replace your people. Yeah, sure. Getting a cube back may be worth more than having a cube. They're worth $2, but whatever. So now, that means that I will be replacing pink and orange. And I'll do that with pink and blue. Pink and dark orange, which I also can't distinguish very easily. And another pink and blue. This is light orange. Pink and blue. Okay, so I got a cube back. Awesome. I also have a cannon to place. Now, this cannon is of interest to me, but it's also valuable there. I'm allowed to attack Punjab, Mysore, and Sindh. That would increase Purple's difficulty in trading. I'm not sure that's the best move in the world, but maybe. I've got 7 dice. Now, I could use some of them to protect my position in a possible police action. I don't have a lot of money, so it might behoove me. I'll take it. Why not? My gun. Okay. And that chunk's over here. That brings us over to our trade representative. Our trade representative has to offer ships. Who can buy ships? Dark orange does not have the money for a ship. Minimum price for a ship is 4 plus 2. Blue does not have money for a ship. Let's take dark orange out of there. I already took a loan for the turn. Yeah. Dark orange is not, well, somebody could give him cash or something, but yeah, he's basically not in the ride for a ship. Although he could give a token for $1, and that might be worthwhile, but pale orange isn't really helping. Hey, pale orange, I might as well go first. I have $4. I might, for $1, pick either green or purple. Well, both have enough money to buy a ship, and I think a ship is worthwhile at this point. So let's see if either one's willing to pay him $1. Green is willing to pay $1 to be picked next. So green will pay, you should take this back. Green will pay $1. Huh? Why did he need to pay $1? Yeah, I don't know that this is worthwhile. Green's not willing to give a cube to get a ship, is he? Sure, he might be. Yeah, green's willing to go as far as a cube to go next, because he can buy 2 ships. So that's $6, which is expensive. And orange gets to buy a ship. Pale orange gets to buy a ship. He'll buy it from himself, and that gives $1 to himself. And he had to have the money up front to get this and to pink. And now green gets to buy 2 ships for $12. Expensive price for ships, but whatever. And that gives $2 to pink, $1 to dark orange, and $1 to green. And these ships have been bought and have green dudes on them. These extra captains go away. And now I have to assign those captains. Pale orange, where does he want to send people? Kind of doesn't care. This is less effective. How do I feel about the game? Do I want it to continue? I think I do. I have all of these favors. Although, if things end, a lot of people are going to be knocked down in victory points. So maybe I should look. I've got favors from 1, 2, 3, 4 of the players. Everyone except Pink. How's Pink doing in comparison to me? Well, I don't know what color this is. I think that's orange. So I have an additional victory point there. I'm even there. Oh no, that's not me. I'm back 2 there. Maybe even there. This may be orange. I can't tell. I think I want the game to continue so I can gain some ground. In which case, I kind of want to split my goods and ships up. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 3, 4. Okay, 5 is not particularly good. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I'm going to give him anything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 8. I'm going to give everything over here to blue. Now blue's more effective on these. Oh shit. And it's really hard to move these things that have boats on them. So he's 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll give him the goods too, 8, 9. He can use 9, 4, he can do 7, 9 type of thing. We'll figure out what makes best money all told. Okay, I think he's done. Now we go to our president. I have to pause for a bit. Okay, for purple here, he can't do a conquer because his army is only allowed to attack Bombay, and Bombay is already owned. The governor can do one if he wishes. Over here, though, he can sail. He doesn't want to open more markets. So he has 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. I spend 2 dice, but I lose 1 because the area is too big. So I'm at 1 die trying to sail. Not optimal at all. There's a chance I just get canned. Nope, but I didn't succeed. And that means I am done. Now we slither up the chain instead of going this way, and we go to the governor of Bombay. All the governor of Bombay can do is campaign and invest. Now investing is cool because I could flip this over and make Bombay better. But it's reliant on the defenses from this. Hyderabad doesn't go attacking anywhere on the condition it's in. So, I don't know. Am I really opposed to the idea of conquest? Not terribly. Am I terribly in favor of it, though? I don't have any military leaders there. All I have is the governorship. I don't really want to get canned. Investment would be cool if I could succeed, but with only 1 die, it doesn't sound all that great. What can I attack? Punjab, Mysore, and Sindh. None of these would be mine to assign. But I could go take Mysore away from those guys and start conglomerating the thing into one. Does that sound like fun? Who am I? Pale green. How is he doing in victory points? Doesn't look like he's doing terribly well. I honestly think his best move is to do nothing and just leave that buck on there. So he is also done. So now we slither back down. Oop, nobody there. And go to blue. Blue does not want to open a new market, but does he want to conquer? Wait. I have no cannons. I have 3 troops. One of them's mine. I could get 1 die for conquest of Bengal. I would love to if I could succeed, but failure sounds like a it sounds likely that I'd fail. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of victory points. Purple's the guy who wants to maybe end the game. He's sitting on 4 victory points. Maybe these are, I can't tell the colors. Looks like dark orange is sitting on 2 pointers as well. Purple also has a couple of shares, which is nice. Those are also victory points. All right, so blue wants the game to continue, so he's not going to go conquering anything. Instead, what he's going to do is he's going to trade. And he has lots of trade markers. He has $2, -1 because there's 2 things there, gets him to 1 die. But let's remember, he gets an extra die. So we have a chance of actually making some money here. No, we're canned. I always forget about that, but this wouldn't have been the turn to do it. Okay. Well, given that, great. So, where are we here? We're in trade. Taxes. There's a $1. Screw that, man. The president can allocate money if he wants me to invest, right? I don't know. Investment's not terrible. It can increase the tax rate. It is an S position, so you might hold it for quite a while. I don't think governors can be promoted, but I'm not positive. No, they can be. So, yeah. Which means maybe I'm not just sitting there. Who would promote me? The chairman, which is potentially me. If somebody wants to kill my cube. Okay. And yes, the company's going to lose money again in large quantities. So that's taxes. No presidential bonus. Interlopers. Green has 3 ships. So they get $3. Blue and both oranges each get $1. Okay. Prize or family power. There are no prizes. This guy gets 1 for every 2 ships. 1, 2, $3. That's turning out to be a very good power with so many ships out here. And it kind of seems to depend on the number of players. With a lot of players, it's easier to get ships in play, like a lot of ships in play, I think, than, say, with 4, I don't know, with 4 players, I felt like, but maybe we just weren't doing things as well or as poorly, probably as poorly. We didn't have as many ships in play. Ships hurt the company, so. He does not have 2 writers. Okay. Company pays the bank for debt service. Okay, well, we have 0 money to begin with. I owe $3. Okay, so I got $2 left for the company. Don't worry, we'll keep borrowing. Military upkeep, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bucks more. There's 1, 2 more debt. Wow, the company's just getting hosed. Okay. Country trade, 4, 6 more. Another debt. Yeah, I think the company is busted. What's next? Angry shareholders. There aren't angry shareholders, but we cannot pay a dividend, so the price keeps dropping. There will be angry shareholders very soon, but the company may be dissolved by then. Okay. The remainder is allocated. Nothing was left. We broke even with the money from the loans. It's event time. There's 2 events in India. Military spending. At the start of each turn, place a gun in each presidential army. Military upkeep for officers is now paid to the officers. Ooh. And we've got to remember that. Now, unfortunately, you could take the card out of play, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. So I probably want to create kind of a compendium of information. But let's start with our India. Before the elephant moves to the next region. Okay, who could do this? Pink could do this. Now, right now, it's moving from 3 to 4. Pink doesn't care about that, so they're going to let that happen. I would do it before I saw that. So we go here. We're in chaos. 2 dice. And that's a violent area. We get a 4. A 4 says we're going after Madras. No. Marat. It says MAD, Madras. Okay. So we have a 2 attacking Madras, which has a defense of 1. We have just conquered Madras. That was one of the things. And now the conquest says something moves somewhere else. Oh, geez, I forget about campaign, which moves it too, didn't I? Lowest numbered sovereign region. Okay, that would be Maratha, which may do something. And we're still in chaos. We get a 3. We go to Hyderabad, which is up there. So we have an attack of 4 against Hyderabad's 2. These cannot be used to defend Hyderabad because it is not a governorship. Wait, maybe they can. I may be mistaken. Regions within a presidency. I can boost it. Each gunner officer increases the defense by 1 and is exhausted. Okay. So I'm going to exhaust my weapons. That's 5. I've got 8. I don't have to exhaust them all, but I can prevent that from being taken. Do I want to? Yeah, because Bombay could fall and then the governorship is just gone. Good enough. So we did that. And that means the office is not eliminated. Right? Oh, there wouldn't be a penalty. Okay, good enough. So that took care of the events, and we do some attrition rolls. I'll be back after those. So 2 offices were cleared out here. One was the chairmanship, finally, and the other was the governor of Bombay. And they both bought the 2-point card that's kind of cheap. There wasn't enough money to go for the Scottish Island. That's an expensive card. And am I making a mistake here? There may be more debt. I'm trying to remember. I've been charging $1 per ship. I'm worried that I may have that wrong. Shit. Player revenue. The players get $2 for each of their ships with captain. I knew there was more money somewhere. So I owe, unless it's here, which it is not, I owe Green $3 more. Let me see. He spent 5, he would not have had 18. And I owe blue, orange, and orange each $1. None of which affects anything. Okay. I think I did it right last turn. Who knows? Right. And we've got this military spending, which I have to write down on some notes somewhere. What are we at now? Yep, that's where we're at. And then refresh. I fill these out, but these go in there. And what's going to be kind of interesting, if anything is interesting, is next turn we're going to be electing a chairman during the company stage. But we're out of video here. So this one will go up too. I had a question on, I had to look up. Maybe I screwed this up before. I don't remember if I succeeded or failed. But these goods are not exhausted if they weren't actually delivered. So that's kind of a big deal. We haven't seen trade get disrupted yet, so all these ships are still on the board, which is a little weird. The ships disappear when trade is disrupted. All right, now it actually will go up.